everyone. My name is Michelle. I'm the Director of Education at Tracy Aviary, and we're here at our Fallen Logs. When we're open, this is a really active space for kids to come and play, and it's also one of our favorite areas to do a story time. And since we met Sydney, our emu, this morning with our behind the scenes video, I thought today would be a fun day to bring a virtual story time with one of my favorite emu books, Edward the Emu. This is Edward the Emu by Sheena Knowles. Edward the Emu was sick of the zoo. There was nowhere to go, there was nothing to do. And compared to the seals that lived right next door, well, being an emu was frankly a bore. So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from his pen and he laughed as he said, "The seals are best, anybody can tell, so tomorrow I'll just be a seal as well." The next morning at 9 when they opened the zoo, the seals were swimming and Edward was too. He dived in the water and basked in the sun. He balanced the ball on his beak just for fun. See, Edward is soaking wet. His feathers are dripping with water. Well, Edward was really enjoying the day till he overheard someone behind the fence say, "The seals are always amusing, it's true, but the lions are the best thing to see at the zoo." So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward jumped from the pool and he smiled as he said, "The lion's the best anybody can tell, so tomorrow I'll just be a lion as well." What do you see Edward doing here? Jumping off of a springboard out of the seal pool. The next morning at 9, when the zoo opened, the lions were roaring and Edward was too. What do you think Edward the Emu would sound like? He snarled at the ladies and growled at the men. Life was certainly grand for a lion in his den. Well, Edward was having a wonderful day till a man in the crowd had the gumption to say, "The lion's a beast I shall always detest. The snakes are the things that I like to see best." So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward crept from the cage and he grinned as he said, "If the snakes are the best things and that's what they say, then tomorrow I'll just be a snake for the day." Look at Edward's big feet on the lion's head. The next morning at 9 when they opened the zoo, the snakes were all hissing and Edward was too. He slipped around the rocks, it was magic to see. Then he curled himself up casually around a tree. Well, Edward was just warming up for the day when he overheard one of the visitors say, "The snakes are impressive, I know that it's true, but the emu's by far the best thing at the zoo." "The emu?" gasped Edward. "My goodness, that's me! I'm the thing that gentleman most likes to see. Not the seals, the lions, the snakes, and the rest. It's Edward the Emu he likes to see best." I think Edward looks pretty happy to hear he's a favorite. So that night when the zookeeper went home to bed, Edward slipped from the cage and he laughed as he said, "If the emu's the best, then that's easy. That's easy then. Tomorrow I'm Edward the Emu again." You can see he's leaving all of his snake friends behind. These are snakes of all different colors. What colors can you find? Edward ran to the place where he used to reside, but oh, what a shock when he clambered inside. He found himself suddenly come face to face with the emu they'd brought in to take Edward's place. Uh-oh. The emus considered each other for a while. Then the new emu said, with a shy little smile, "Hello, I'm Edwina. It's nice meeting you. You're the best thing I've seen since I came to the zoo." And I think Edward and Edwina will be great friends in the future. Thank you everyone for joining me for story time today. Highly recommend Edward the emu. There's also Edwina the emu as a follow-up.